unpluggers. An entire generation of people who use no cable news at all, and if all three of these collide, you'd have... Oh my God.
The perfect shitstorm.
We've been talking about this for a long time, as though there weren't enough proof that YouTube is absolutely dead set on eliminating voices of political dissent. Okay,
The YouTubans!
The YouTubans, if you see something, you must say something! There's the demonetization that occurs. There's the flagging. There's the throttling. There's the new guidelines, which make no sense. And by the way, thank you so much for people who understand that, who've joined the Mug Club, paying your $69 a year as a student at loudwithcreditor.com/Mug Club. That ironically allows us to provide more free content on YouTube, which gets in the bloodstream and disrupts. So paying for the premium content allows more free content because we've had to fight back. And YouTube, I understand some evidence here is anecdotal, right? We talked about some leftist channels that have been sort of demonetized as well. And some of it is hearsay, where you're saying, okay, maybe they're demonetizing you because you're conservative. Maybe it's just guidelines. Well, we told you that our channel, specifically any video critical of the Young Turks, was demonetized.
Hate speech.
Which seemed a little
Blatant
suspect.
hate speech.
And we've been talking about the YouTube trending section for a while. The trending section used to be trending. It used to be what was popular, what had the most comments, what had the most likes. We used to make those lists all the time. Certainly as far as the highest interactivity, because people would engage in the comment section and like and dislike, and often it would spark a discussion. Well, that's long since been gone with the YouTube trending list. But here it gets even worse. The plot thickens. YouTube then said, well, you know what? It used to be algorithmic, but some people are gaming the system. So now the trending section is going to be kind of curated by people who have a better feel, have their finger on the pulse, know what it is that viewers want to see, which apparently includes personal video announcements from the Young Turks asking you for money. This is not a joke. Like, it's not... It's not putting in the trending section a Young Turks video that went viral because Alex Jones got into a fight with him. Yeah. It's putting in the trending section Cenk on his iPhone saying, "We need to get to 2 million. Of course, you guys are so amazing. You're helping independent media." Literally, it's like him announcing his birthday party. And YouTube has decided this is clearly the horse that they've bet on. And you can scan that entire page, by the way. You won't find any conservative content. You'll find Samantha Bee, Stephen Colbert, Young Turks. There's a cozy relationship there. And here's something else. It's not working. This, at the time of this recording, I think it's been up for 2.5 days in the trending section. 130,000 plays.
That's really...
Do you have any idea how sad that is?
That's bad. When you're next to Transformers 16 with 10 million views. And that.
Even Mark Wahlberg calling YouTube up saying, hey, you put that next to my film trailer in the trailer section, okay? It's embarrassing, all right? They're not even trying anymore. No. They're not even trying to say, well, you know what? We actually thought that you wanted to see this. We actually thought that, clickbait sort of... it put a stop to Samantha Bee's clearly deserving of being viral video. Well, I don't go watch this video, but it's quite literally him asking you to give money to the Young Turks. That's like a pledge-a-thon.
Yeah.
An oily Armenian genocide-denying pledge-a-thon.
It's seeping.
Which ties into our next topic. MSNBC, they've been taking a lot of flack. This was the headline at HuffPo. With Trump in the White House, MSNBC resists the resistance. And this is, for those who don't know, this is based on the story that Andy Lack, he's an executive who's been brought over to MSNBC, and he's hiring some semi-conservative voices. So I think there's Hugh Hewitt, Greta Van Susteren, I think Megyn Kelly is on there.
Between the MSNBC and NBC, which he is also chairman of.
And NBC. Yeah. Now, to be fair, MSNBC is doing better right now because anytime you have that opposition voice, right, you see a bump, particularly after an election. Yeah. So that's what Fox News saw with Barack Obama. MSNBC will see that, but it's temporary. Those who work in media, we understand that it's temporary. People are mad, and they're looking to sort of, they're the choir. They want that red meat. So you are seeing MSNBC doing pretty well right now. So again, it would beg the question, why is Andy Lack hiring some conservatives? It's not like MSNBC is a conservative network now, but he's just hiring some voices to balance out the network. And then HuffPo, they trash him. They say they're resisting the resistance because now that Trump is president, MSNBC is the resistance. Really? Because only a few months ago, you were having private dinners with Barack Obama and doing his bidding and claiming that anyone who questioned him was racist. Now the fact that because it's Trump, it's, oh, vive la résistance. I mean, you're the resistance what? You're the resistance, you're a multi-billion-dollar media NBC Universal, ABC Disney, CNN, Turner Broadcasting, Viacom. Everyone loves an underdog story. The resistance is not against Donald Trump, it's against you. They got this election wrong by a wide margin. They're embarrassed, and so now the resistance is against the American voter, not just Donald Trump. It's important to keep that in context. So why would Andy Lack be doing this if right now MSNBC is doing well? Well, this is because he's forecasting what's going to happen. You can see what's going to happen with cable news, and this is why YouTube is pivoting right now. They're trying to welcome cable into YouTube. You see them featuring a lot of the big media companies' content as opposed to independently created content. That's why we appreciate those who've joined Mug Club, but they're also betting on the Young Turks horse because they've had a cozy relationship with them for a while. And the reason for this is a few things. There's an all-time high distrust in media right now. Poll after poll shows that people don't trust the media. Then you have Generation Z, is a generation below millennials, the most conservative generation of all time since World War II, the Great Generation. Big part of that is just because, think about it, right? You have millennials, older millennials who were raised under George Bush. Again, this sort of anti-establishment voice, the opposition party. George Barack against Bush, no FX, Rage Against the Machine. Rage Against the Machine. We want to fight oppressive government with a Che Guevara shirt. You figure that one out. Because liberalism isn't cool for them. And then you combine that with the biggest factor, unpluggers. Again, Generation Z, people who are just unlikely to subscribe to cable at all at this point. They get all of their content online. It's actually surprising. If you looked at a study, people saw when Vine still existed, YouTube as like the alphabet network, and Vine was sort of like cable. It had changed completely, and then they really didn't have any awareness of cable. Yeah. So Andy Lack is being raked over the coals by the left, and I have no idea if he's a conservative. I highly doubt he is, but he's being raked over the coals simply for hiring pretty moderate conservative voices in anticipation of these things, which when they collide, you've got about 3 years, maybe 5. And for the media and for the leftist media, it could just be the perfect storm.
Oh my God. See, here we have an anti-establishment sentiment coming from the north, then an all-time high distrust in media coming from the southeast. Fascinating. Combine that with what we're seeing coming in here from the southwest. Unpluggers. An entire generation of people who use no cable news at all, and if all three of these collide, you'd have... Oh my God.
The perfect shitstorm.
Come in, please give us your coordinates. If you get caught in this, there's no
Skipper!
escape. It's the kind of...
Make sure the crew below deck's prepared. This one looks like it could get wild and woolly.
Can you hear me? For the love of God, come back.
And what's he saying on that radio?
Or you're gonna be covered in shit.
What the hell's the difference? Just make sure you're covering my ass and that we're ready for...
Oh my God.
Hey, if you like this video, subscribe by clicking the button. It's a circular button now that says subscribe. If not, head on over to the Young Turks. That's probably more your speed. Although they're coming over here, Cenk, we know you're here watching. I can smell you from here. There's also a recommended video box playing right up there. You can join the Mug Club at louderwithcrowder.com/mugclub for daily content, so we're not dependent here on YouTube. Cenk, go. No. Go. You don't need to stay here. This isn't good for... It's bad for your soul.